Hi cuties, my name is Kozumi and this is the channel Nerdy Nekoma. Everything here is about Haikyu chat stories and fanfic. Thanks for joining us today. If you like this video, please consider subscribing and leaving a like. And with that, welcome to today's video on otherwise the second and final part of BokuAkaKuroKen Reacts in Another Life. Again, I think if there should be any content warnings, the title is content warning enough. And now, I hope you enjoy it. The next days were easier and harder. They were easier because Kuro actually tried to forget about his fears and tuned down worrying about Bokuto. They were easier because now that Kenma and Bokuto knew, they could help him when he didn't notice that it was getting too much. Knowing the reason behind it and that nothing bad happened also helped ease their own worries about Kuro's strange behavior. However, the days were harder because now they had a secret from Akashi. Kenma was certain that the Raven had noticed. He was smart and very good at reading people, especially Bokuto, who also happens to be the worst when it comes to keeping a secret. There was a subtle tension in the air and in every step. It was bothersome and Kenma wasn't sure how to deal with it. Ken, did you eat the last bit of chocolate? Huh? He looked up at the ace. Yeah, I needed some energy for the stream last night. Bokuto whined, and even though Kenma already returned his attention to the instant ramen he was heating up, he knew that the Tala looked at him with sad puppy eyes. But, Kenma... You're an adult. You can buy yourself more chocolate. Bokuto huffed. Fine. I'll go shopping then. I'll come with you. I still want to buy stuff for dinner this evening. It was almost convincing. Almost natural. What about you, Kenma? If you go to the shopping center with the game store, sure. There are some new games I want to check out. Kuro chuckled a little. Of course. Keiji, are you coming too? Akashi observed them from his place on the couch. He undoubtedly noticed the tension in Kuro's body and Kenma's silent warning as he offered to accompany them. Kenma could see the question in his eyes, and something closely resembling hurt, if he understood correctly. His teeth clenched a little as he tried to concentrate on the ramen again. He silently urged either Kuro or Bokuto to do something. The blonde didn't know how to handle the situation and felt helpless in waiting for the other two. No. I'm fine. He lifted his phone slightly, signaling that he was busy with something. For a moment, no one said anything. The tension was almost visible. Soon, Akashi was alone with the questions haunting his conscious and subconscious mind. They were keeping something from him. That much was certain. Usually, he would avoid jumping to any conclusions, but he couldn't help it. All three of them dodged his questions, even Kaotaro. It had to be something about him, something bad, since they all seemed so worried and tense. And why had Kuro been all over Bokuto recently? And Kenma too. Not even nearly as intense, but still. Did something upset him? But what? And why didn't they tell him? He searched his mind for answers and carelessly scrolled through the comments of Kenma's last video. It was no secret that those upset Bokuto sometimes, and even though it was a long shot, it was the only lead he could chase right now, since none of them was willing to talk to him. But he found nothing out of the ordinary, just that people apparently started writing fanfiction about them after the announcement video. One was mentioned more frequently than the others, and in his resignation, Keiji just decided to read it. In Another Life by Little Luxury. It had been some time since Akashi set foot into that hospital. It was a dreary place. The lock clicked open and Kenma walked inside, completely drained of any social energy he had for the month. Why in hell is talking to people so exhausting? He had left before Kuro and Bokuto, too tired to stay any longer, and honestly hoped Kashi might be up for some cuddles. Keiji? He called for him as he put his jacket aside and placed the new game carelessly on the kitchen table. One glimpse at the living room told him that the Ravenet wasn't there anymore. Kenma frowned a little and started searching the house. He wouldn't have just left, right? Not without telling them. Keiji, are you in here? He gently pushed the bedroom door open. Relief washed over him as the sound of quiet rest echoed from inside. Are you mad? Keiji? He walked around the bed to where he expected Akashi, judging by the noise, though it was odd that he would sit down on the ground next to it. Suddenly, his blood ran cold as he was met with the red and teary eyes of his boyfriend. Keiji? He didn't know what to do as he acknowledged the quiet breaths to be muffled sobs and his silence a result of him struggling to breathe. It looked like... Keiji! I'm here, you're alright. He let himself fall to the other side and watched helplessly as his breathing accelerated further. Fuck. He was having a panic attack. What should he do? What did he do when he was having one? He had them so many times before. Why couldn't he remember? Kuro always calmed him when he happened to be there. What was it he said or did? He hugged him. Should he hug Akashi? But everyone was different, right? What if he would make it worse? What even invoked this? Kenma's own breathing turned rapid, and he turned around, searching the whole room for anything that could help him. Help. Help! Kuro! He needed to call Kuro. With shaking hands, he reached for his phone. Kenma, what is going on? His voice already had a worried edge to it. Kenma never called if he could avoid it. He hated it. Kuro. His voice almost broke. Hey, it's okay. Where are you? Home. Alright, I need you to breathe for me. Can you do that? We will be there in a bit. No. Shh, I know you can. Search for Keiji. He can... No, Kuro. I know, I'm here. It's Keiji. He... What happened? I think he's having a panic attack. I don't know why. I just came home and found him and... It's alright. You are going to be alright. You need to come home. Now. Please. We will. We are on our way. What am I supposed to do? Can you talk to him? Kenma shook his head, even though he knew Kuro couldn't see him. Not really. Okay. Maybe try taking his hand and tell him to concentrate just on that. If he responds negatively to the touch, give him space. Kenma gulped and reached for Akashi's hand. He didn't shy away, giving Kenma enough confidence to take it and hold it firmly, the way Kuro pulled him into his chest to ground him. Keiji, just focus on me. I'm holding your hand. Can you feel that? Akashi's eyes met his and remained focused on the amber gold. You are doing great, Kenma. We are almost there. Hold on. He nodded, suddenly unable to speak under Keiji's intense stare. Luckily, it truly wasn't long until he heard the door downstairs being practically slammed open and Kuro and Bokuto struggling to take their shoes off and the groceries inside. They are here now. Everything is going to be fine. Kenma! Keiji? Kuro was storming into the room with Bokuto hot on his heels. The tears that had gathered in Kenma's eyes were now finally spilling over as the tension fell from his shoulders, but instead of reaching for Kuro as he wished desperately to do, he backed away. They needed to focus on Akashi first. What happened? I don't know. I found him like that. A sob tore from his throat, and as soon as he saw that Bokuto tended to Akashi, Kuro turned to Kenma and pulled the smaller into his arms. You did amazing, Kenma. Thank you for looking out for him. Kenma's hands grabbed onto his shirt as he finally let go of the pressure. Next to them, he could see Akashi's eyes widen upon seeing Bokuto and how he willingly jumped into his arms as the other offered a hug. The former setter buried his face against the ace's neck and drenched his shirt in tears. It took a little while until everyone had calmed down enough to talk. They somehow managed to get from the floor onto the bed at some point and merged into one big group hug, with Akashi and Kenma in the middle, hands intertwined. Keiji, can you tell us what happened? Akashi tensed. I read something. His eyes threatened to glass over again at the memory. I tried to figure out why you all were acting so weird, since none of you would tell me. A pang of guilt stabbed through their chests. And stumbled upon this fanfic in the comments of your video. He gulped and shivered a little. In another life. Yes, how did you? We've read it too. Yeah, I was the first idiot. That was what the weird stuff was about. Was I really that obvious? Yes. Yes. Yes? Damn. I forced him to show me and read it too. Akashi nodded slowly. And you? He looked at Bokuto. No, they told me what happened and that I shouldn't read it. Good. We're sorry that we didn't tell you. It was a stupid attempt in trying to protect you. I understand. His breathing got a little bit more unsteady again. It's just, with everything that happened, Kenma being in the hospital and all, I can't, it was too real. I can't lose any one of you. We know, and you won't. We will all stay forever. Kuro chuckled. Was that a marriage proposal, Ko? Bokuto grinned. Nope. You will notice when I do propose. I'll make sure of it. Don't think for a second you could beat me to it. Kenma's and Akashi's eyes met as they smiled at one another while their boyfriends bickered about who was going to propose first. It would take a while to heal their wounds, but as long as they were together, they had all the time in the world. Thank you for watching till the end. I hope you liked this little though it's a reminder of a very sad fanfic that personally made me very sad. Also, some requested that I do the same for the Galaxy's Endless and stuff, and I'll have to tell you I probably won't, because In Another Life was already sad enough. So yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. If you do, consider leaving a like, because it really helps my show grow. And if you don't want to miss out on anything in the future, consider subscribing, because that will be honestly amazing. And now I hope you have a wonderful day. Hey guys. Yes, Ko? What if this was our other life? The already silent room suddenly got even quieter. I really hope it is. I wouldn't want to have it any other way. He pulled all of them closer, a content smile on his lips. Me neither.
In another life, we would wake up close, stay up late and watch the sky so you could see.